Do you remember the Sony exclusive game Days Gone that was supposed to be revolutionary and hot? It was supposed to blow your socks clean off. It was going to change the way you gamed. It was the hotness. All the Sony fans were squealing from the rafters about how great this game was and how it was going to revolutionize the already tired-ass game trope of zombies. The only thing that is more tired than zombies is Battle Royale right now. But the gaming industry doesn't seem to understand that you can't keep beating a dead horse. Anyway, Days Gone director says if you love a game, buy it at full price. Don't complain if a game doesn't get a sequel. If it wasn't supported at launch, oh, you little piece of... Oh, wait, hold on, he said it wrong. I said it wrong. Here's how he actually said it. Garvin, who is no longer with the Sony brand, was asked if he had heard Days Gone added to the PlayStation Plus collection and PS5 because a meaningful uptick of engagement with the game. I don't have an opinion on something that your audience may find of interest, and I might piss some of them off. Gavin replied, if you love a game, buy it at full price. I can't tell you how many times I've seen gamers say, yeah, I got that on sale. I got it through PS Plus, whatever. What do you expect? Everybody's looking for a deal, and let's face it, when Days Gone came out, it wasn't that good of a game. It got a 71 at Metacritic, which isn't that bad, but mainly a 71 at Metacritic is kind of like average. You know, like whenever that score turns yellow, you're in trouble. Days Gone was probably a game that wasn't worth the full price to begin with. If it was a $20 release, people would forgive all of the bugs and issues it had, because you'd sit there and go, well, it is a $20 game. If I get a game at a reduced price or it launches at $20, I know what I'm dealing with. When I got Shenmue 3, man. Thank God I didn't back that game when it was on Kickstarter because I was broke at the time. Thank God. Because if I paid full price for that, I'd have lost my goddamn mind. Shenmue 3 is garbage. It's so bad, I don't even want to play it. I was playing Shenmue 3 and I was just like, what is this? It's like a bastardized version of the Dreamcast. Lord. Now, I doubt Days Gone is as bad as Shenmue, but let's face it, it wasn't exactly burning up the world. All right, here's some more stuff to say, actually. I could tell you that when we were doing Siphon Filter Dark Mirror on PSP, we got on Dark Mirror because piracy was a thing, and Sony wasn't really caught up on what piracy was doing to sales. And we would show them torrents. A torrent site had 200,000 copies of Dark Mirror being downloaded. If I remember it right, the numbers could be wrong, but regardless, I was pissed about it then. I was like, this is money out of my pocket. Yeah. Well, you know, sucks to suck. Let's be real here. YouTube screws me out of money every 5 minutes. I know the feel, but guess what? Get back to work. So I think the uptick in engagement with the game is not as important as did you buy the game at full price? Because if you did, then that's supporting the developers directly. About the torrent thing, I genuinely believe people who torrent probably weren't going to buy it in the first place. People who use torrents fall into two categories. A, they're broke. B, they were not going to buy it. Let's be real. People who've got the money and they like you, they'll support you. But most people don't give a f***. You want humans to not be human. And let's face it, most humans are trash bags. I mean, really. Most people are shitheads. That's what social media has taught me in the last, 3 years. If the torrent site didn't exist, would they buy it? Probably not. I'm pretty sure most of those downloads came from, third world countries or something. Not to be an asshole, but, areas where people don't exactly have flows of cash or video games are absorbently priced. It's most likely where these are being downloaded at. And on top of that, let's just reiterate, Days Gone, not the best game to come out for PlayStation. For real. The Sony fans were saying Days Gone was amazing until it was going to PC, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, that game sucks anyway. It's like when they have exclusivity to it, they have to lie and say it's great. And then when they don't, they're like, it's garbage. Have fun with it. Like it was a wet fart they somehow placed in your mouth. In their minds. On Game Rant, Days Gone director thinks Sony is placing too much emphasis on Metacritic scores. Days Gone director John Gavin speaks. He's got an answer for everything.
Again, it's and this is just the reality of Sony. Metacritic scores everything. If you're the creative director on a franchise and your game's coming in at a 70, you're not going to be a creative director on that franchise for very long.
Even if it sells, so you think sales don't trump Metacritic?
In some ways, I'd be willing to say, and again, dude, this is just my opinion.
I know.
I haven't asked those guys, so I honestly don't know what they would say.
Yeah.
But I think that if you are Disney, you can't afford to make a shitty movie, even if a bunch of people go to see it.
Just because
You know what I mean?
the long-term
There's
reputation.
a kind of there because there's a brand thing going on there, and
What is he talking about? The entire Star Wars Disney franchise has been a litany of shit movies, except for Rogue One, and they still kept going. That doesn't even make sense. Did he not see Return of the Jedi? Not Return of the Jedi, Return of Skywalker, whatever the hell it was called. It's one of the worst movies I've seen. Oh, God, just thinking about it makes me feel like taking a shit. Well, there you go. Days Gone isn't getting a sequel. It's not the director's fault. It's your fault for not buying it at launch. And it's Metacritic's fault for not giving it a high enough score. Frankly, had the game actually been better, I'm sure Sony would have pumped out a sequel because that's what Sony does. All right, he's now comparing like Days Gone to God of War. And frankly, what little I played of God of War, I found more interesting than Days Gone, to be honest with you. It's just sour grapes here. Genuinely, Days Gone really didn't seem that great. It really didn't. What are you going to do? You win some, you lose some. Sometimes you eat the bar, sometimes the bar eats you.